Ladies and gentlemen, maybe the question to ask is the 88 another form of Burj Khalifa, something that captures luxury, excellence, feel, future, and timelessness? Because the 88 is not only a building to have people live in. The 88 is a building that has been curated. It's a masterpiece actually of future, excellence, architecture, and everything put together to give you that amazing feel of this is what value looks like. This is the 88. Now, I want to show you one of the executive rooms or executive units that is a 2-bedroom unit within the 88. There is a lot to show you today, but allow me just begin with the 2-bedroom unit. Come with me. Oh, and now this is the 2-bedroom executive unit of this beautiful, almost unbelievable house, the 88. First thing you see is this beautiful art. Of course, once you get the house, you can decide the kind of art, but for me, this fits the tone, it fits everything about it. But you can decide the art. Like I told you, only the furnitures come with the house. The art you can choose because everybody has got their own taste. Now, take a look at this now. The patterning is because the idea is not only to have a door but have art, and then that solid feel because this, and then of course it's a card entry kind of a door, which is fireproof actually. You're able to see. Yeah, you can see it all the way, and then it's a beautiful door, and then it's quite heavy actually, easy to close, easy to open and close. And of course now to the left, from this balcony, I can see the peak of Kilimanjaro, and to the horizon, I can see the Nairobi National Park. Imagine with my binoculars, I could see lions chasing each other, chasing whatever, And ladies and gentlemen, just above me is a beautiful helipad, And because recently a friend of mine told me that nowadays, houses and spaces and having a good place doesn't necessarily have to do with the size or the walls or everything. It has everything to do with what the walls are saying. And believe me, the icon or the 88 is that kind of a reality. And I'm about to show you what the future feels like, because in the 88 you don't get to think about the future, you feel the future. Because look at this is just the balcony. Now this is the bedroom to the balcony. And the doors themselves are solid. Look at that. Now, getting into the powder room, which of course, look at that. Now, come with me. I want to show you the living room of this one bedroom executive unit piece of this beautiful masterpiece. You see, when you think about space, what comes in your mind is not necessarily, like I said, how expansive it is, but rather, how do you feel within the space? Now, this room comes, this unit comes with the furnishings fully furnished, because the developer wants to capture not only you buying the house but the feel. That's why we are specific on the furniture, so they come furnished. And you can look at the double tone. You look at the tone of the couch and the tone of the wall. It's a whole warm feeling. And then of course this beautiful mirror here does most of the heavy lifting to give that beautiful expanse feel. Look at that view. Do you think it's real? Well, I can tell you it's real because I'm here, man. That's Nairobi National Park. This is the 88, ladies and gentlemen. This building is supposed to have 47 floors with high-speed lifts, and in 6 months' time, it's going to be ready for anybody, for investors. If you want to have it for residents or for investment, this is just the place. And look at it this way. See, what makes life easy is not necessarily having everything AI around you. Probably easy access. Look at this kitchen. Look at that. It's smart cooker. It's just so beautiful in here. Look at that. Dishwasher. It's a dishwasher. You have a dishwasher. It comes all furnished. Look at this table. Look at this table. The symmetry. Man, it's just flawless, seamless. The color, the tone, the placement, and of course the parent lighting. It comes of course with it's in-fitted AC. Comes with an in-fitted air conditioner here, and then we have these beautiful appliances right here. The microwave and oven, of course, and then we have this extra storage here, and the beauty. Look at that. Look at that. It's almost unbelievable, but you better believe me because I'm right here and I'm showing it to you right now. Man, this is the 88. Look at this. Wow. Now, this is the bedroom. Now, don't be in a hurry. Look at the closets. Look at this beautiful closet. I'm telling you, even the finishing, sorry for that, even the finishing, the doors are just so solid. Like I told you, I wanted to find out actually if the developer of this building, was he thinking about himself or you? Because he's not going to live here. This is your house. This gentleman has been called to do this because who does this? Look at that field. Like, see, I've been to many houses, I've been to places, and I've seen spaces, I've seen architectural designs, and what I see mostly about most developers is they're hard to sell. But this person is working hard to give you a feel. Because look at that. Look at that space. And then of course the view is very calculated, very meticulous. Nairobi National Park, just at your bedroom. How is that, yo? Man, I like the side bed drawers. Wow. Living plants. These plants are living. I love natural living plants. It's not fake. It's all real in here. Look at that. Beautiful. 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 I'm telling you, in 6 months, and I love. You like this? I'm good. Look at it. So cute. This furniture comes with this house. Like, all our furnitures are imported from one service provider who has been thinking about this house for the last, I don't know how many years. So look at that. And even the walls. So awesome. Comes with an infitted AC. And then of course, this beautiful lighting there. Even the house are all different look and stuff. This is so beautiful. Now look at the dress area. Wow. And the vanity. Now in this place you don't call anything vanity. Well, it's vanity, but it's not vanity. We have the beautiful AC. Is it working? If Mount Kilimanjaro gets so cold, you take it higher. AC is working. Telling you. This is the 88, and another beautiful thing about the 88, we have a beautiful common clubhouse that is 5-star. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Having had an experience with so many architectural designs and beautiful houses and spaces, one of the things I've come to note is there are aspects that make a house cool. One of them is a well done washroom area or the powder. This place, the first thing you see, what carries most weight even in the appearance, is the sink. Look at that sink. First of all, it gives you that comfort, that feel of it's and then it doesn't look like it's struggling to be where it is. It's just okay where it is. You understand? And then we have this sliding dresses here. Then we have these beautiful sliding dresses right here. Of course, with a double tone, with this black and brown, which of course brings in that symmetry in color and color intonation or something like that. And then we have this. Look at that. Like looking at this color right here, the black tone right here, and then of course this colored art right here gives you that essence of, it looks like symphony for me. Symphony within the powder room, within the washroom, because one thing you cannot have within the 88 is anxiety. Beautiful. Yeah. I like the tones and stuff. Then we have this extra storage right here. Beautiful storage right here. Beautiful. Yeah. So you see, if the powder room captures the symmetriness of the color tone and everything else, that tells you that this house has been well done. I want to show you the walls. Now, there are differences in paintings and everything, but now these walls are not paints. They are patterned walls, kind of, that sees sound and gives you that look that says this house is excellent. It says the house is expensive. It says the feel is, again, 5-star. that was the 2-bedroom unit, the executive. I'm going to show you the split 2-bedroom. In other words, you are able to have both. Like you can have it as a 3-bedroom, as a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom based on how your investment looks like. It's a split because it has doors crossing within. Now, at the entrance, the first thing you see is this beautiful door again. Man, like I am so keen on such details because look at that door. Look at that beautiful door. And then of course you get into this Jeanette here, kind of this place should be very, very ideal for investment because you get to have this double door here. So you see you have this door and this door. So if you close this door, right, like that, you get to have a studio. Look at that. Then of course not forget the views. And then this studio, of course, it's complete. Totally complete. Man. I love the vanities. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that vanity just for the studio. And that is for the dressing area. And then the beautiful views. From here, I get to see all the way to Mount Kenya. Now, from the other side, I could see the tip of Kilimanjaro. From this side, you get to see Mount Kenya. Man, this is unbelievable. Now, this is the studio. Now, this is like I told you, the split bedroom. Now, let me show you the powder room. We have this beautiful sliding doors in here. Now, this is the closet. You have your, yeah, right there. Yeah, and then now this is the closet, and then it has of course sliding doors opening both sides. Beautiful, right there. Beautiful, beautiful. Don't take me wrong, but one of my favorite parts of a house is the washroom area because that's where excellence either appears or disappears. Now, this one, it has been captured. Look at this backflash here. Man, this, you can imagine the reflection here. And you see, the colors are not just colors, they just, like I told you, nowadays everything speaks. You don't want to have anything behind you while you're showering naked. See, it's just on another level. It's just on another level. Like everything is so intentional. Look at the marble there. Look at the tone, like the mix of color, blue, gold. Oh, man, it's awesome. Now, this, for me, is magnificent because when you capture the excellence of a powder room, you've captured the excellence of the house. See, now, these doors is supposed to split the room. Now, this is the studio. Then, when you open this door, you open it to a beautiful, magnificent living room. man, the furniture just match this place. The coffee table is almost too sleek. Almost too sleek. I think this blue matches with my coat, Sam. What do you think? Matches? Yeah, it really does match in there. And then, of course, you don't need to struggle to get your views. Natural lighting all the way up, windows, double paneled mirrors for security and stuff like that. And you don't need to think about anything security here, because everything is excellent in terms of the solidness. And looking at this, you get to see Westlands, Arboretum, Mount Kenya from your living area. Now, this is the split 2-bedroom, like you can see like that. And then we have this beautiful dining area here. And then, of course, with these lights, looks like they don't want to go on, but they are on. They're just in between, like they're just easy. I like how easy they are. See this light? It looks like something. Then we have this bedroom now. See, that's the living area. We have the bedroom. Look at that. Lighting is crazy. Like I told you, it comes with everything as it is, because the developer wants not only to sell you a house, he doesn't want you to just feel like you have a house. He wants you to feel like you belong here. It's you in the house together, because it's not only about the elements matching together and the wall matching. It's the feel. It's the feel, because like I told you in the 88, we don't intend to only give you an imagination of the future. We want you to feel the future. Beautiful sliding doors in here. Very spacious, very huge spaces going all the way up. And then, of course, not to forget that we have views. Even here, even at the bedroom, we have amazing, unbelievable views. Where's the knob? We have it here. This is cute, man. Wow. Like, if you look at this, you realize we have a double paneling here, which makes it extra strong. Of course, one would have been strong, but they have made it even stronger. And then you see the views here. What are you talking about? This is the tallest residential building in Africa. UAE has got Burj Khalifa. In Africa, we have the 88 right here in Kenya. This is beautiful. This is just beautiful. Now, for this split 2-bedroom, let me show you the powder. Of course, it comes with a washing machine right there. Beautiful. Of course, it's a wash and dryer because there are no provisions for hanging lines, and they all come together with the house within the price of 327K. Of course, with the pricing of dollar, that would we only transact with dollars. That would be the pricing for it. I like this little dust bit here. It's beautiful. Just under the floating vanity over there. Now, let me show you the kitchen appliances. We have this oven that can fit several kilos of meat. If you are a carnivore like me, you started over there. We have this beautiful microwave over there, and then we have this kitchenette area here with a lot of storage in here, smoothly sliding, And then, of course, it comes with a kettle, very beautiful Beppo kettle over here. And then like I told you, everything comes from within. I think for the cutlery, no, but everything as it is. Then we have the fridge. We have this beautiful fridge here. Then we have the freezer. Don't forget, this is a split 2-bedroom. What does that mean? We have a studio on the other side. You can split it as an investor. You can even have it as your house and also an investment. Or you can have both. You can have 2 clients at the same time for those doing Airbnbs, because to the other side, like I told you, there's a double door here. To the other side, we have voila, a studio, and the studio is of course fully fitted with everything that you might need for it. Man, these beds are beautiful. I have to mention this. The provider of these furnitures has specifically made this furniture for these particular units. Here we go. This is the amazing studio, and man, what really defeats my logic here is how these colors match within each other. Like the person doing the finishing here, man, what? I don't know. It just defeats my logic because of course the experience I've had with other areas which are very good, but now this one is just on another level. Okay, now what I showed you on the other side is the ability or the possibility of seeing Mount Kilimanjaro. Now this side you get to see Mount Kenya. Look at the views. Arboretum, the most powerful area in Kenya. You get to see it from this place. Look at that. You get to see GTC, like a little building from here. GTC, please. You get to forgive me, but 43 and 47 is something, guys. You got 43, we got 47. Yeah. Okay. Wow. So this is a studio setup. And then of course it comes with all this space for the living area. And then look at this. How does he match this rustic with this modern feel kind of a stuff? This person did not rush anything. They took their time and they got the 88, the African icon. Now, I want to tell you something more about the icon. You see, in the clubhouse, we got heated pools. Look at the reflections. Beautiful reflections from the roof to the, oh man. And then of course we have a little supermarket here. We have speed lifts from the first level to the 30th level. It's around 30 seconds. That is, I don't know, the 7th floor. And you don't even notice yourself moving within the lift. Man, fast. Look at that. Like you can, and then we have a co-working area. We have a multi-purpose hall, a multi-purpose cinema hall where you get to, gather with friends. And then we have a bar for exotic drinks, like whatever drinks that you imagine, the ones that are not around in this area, you'll find them in this area. And then I'm told the management, the service management or the management team is going to be an international company, because we want to keep this place at its level of excellence from the word go.
This room is called a French room. The setup is supposed to give you an outside inside feeling. So basically the idea is to feel. What do you feel being in the room? That is what the designers of this room were looking at. Look at this. This is the bedroom, and this bedroom has a glass frame. Look at that beautiful bed. The side tables, man, it's so beautiful. I like the art on the wall. It's amazing. The art is beautiful. And then we have this glass which you can even close, but you can see the living room, the sliding doors of the closet, which are mirrored also, and you are able to see outside. It's like the lighting, the outside lighting, you can have it in the bedroom as well as in the living room. This setup is what we call now the French. Now, seated from this point, you can comfortably watch. If you had binoculars, you could watch the Nairobi National Park. You can see it from this point. Man, this is just what luxury living really is all about. Come on, let me show you further.
A hallway only for lift, 6 fast speed lifts for the passengers, for everybody. We have even for those able in a different way, so that you don't have to struggle with the other person on the other side. But the idea is this is all luxury, and not to forget the views. The views. Yes, look at that. Look at that. And we have to talk about views, because let's feel something. Let's feel at home. Let's feel in Africa. Because what makes me feel in Africa? Something African, like a national park. Like with binoculars, you get to see a whole national park from this level, I'm telling you. And probably even see, airplane lands, and like that aspect of having to see Mount Kilimanjaro really is still getting me off my logic right now. So this is the lift area or the hallway for the 88, and now you get to see everything you imagine of when you say luxury. You get to see everything you imagine of when you say 5-star. You get to see everything you think of when you say future, because there will be even provision for electric helicopters for the emergency evacuations and things like that. And all is that is all captured within this setup, because this is not only a building, but an idea that has been captured by these amazing developers.